back to my journey with the Gene Keys. I'm going to explore each one of the Gene Keys and just give a little bit of my interpretation. Um, Helps me learn about it a little bit better, and I hope in this time there's something that can be beneficial or service to your journey as well. Um, so I think today I'm going to start with the first gene key, and it's quite a large one. They're all profound in their own ways. So this gene key goes into the idea from entropy to beauty, and the gift here is freshness. So entropy to syntropy. So I'm going to. I have only about 7 minutes on this one. I'm not sure why the phone gives different time frames. I'm still figuring that out. But with every gene key, what's nice is that there is the Siddhic state. And the Siddhic state means that it is there in every moment. It is eternal, it is immortal, it is forever. And in the first gene key, we see here is about beauty. There's a state of where there is beauty in every moment. And what's interesting here is that we have the shadow of entropy, which implies that its beauty is limited, that everything is limited. That there's a decaying measurement in the shadow. You know, we can enjoy the sunset for its beauty, but there's factors to how long that's going to last, and that's a different type of beauty um, than the Siddhic, where there is beauty in every moment. And the idea here is the bridge is freshness, and what that means. Um, so some of the internal or repressive nature with entropy here, it kind of goes into this idea of leading towards depression or freezing up on things, or when we start to become bedridden, there's this less a sense of we're in that state where there's no inspiration, there's no we're waking up. The idea is when we wake up in the morning, it's like we're excited for the day. We can't wait for the things that we want to take part on, and the things that we're working on. We wake up excited for that. And when we're not there, well, this is where some sense of the gene keys or the shadow of entropy is showing up in our life. I got like 3 minutes. So what's nice about each one of the shadows of the 64 gene keys is that we're meant to overcome them. They're all there to realign us back to the light, to the eternal state, and we can do that through the gift as one of the ways we can bridge or get a better sense or feel for that eternal or immortal place. So the outwardly reactive nature is more like where we can't sit. It's the urge to escape what we're feeling. There's things going on and we don't want to sit with it, and so we do things to go about it, instead of letting ourselves process it. One of the things that it's mentioned here is when we are going through entropy, our mind battles with it the most, and it's really something to process within our body. So I got like 2 minutes. Um, so moving into the freshness, the idea of newness. We know we experience this to some degree when we get something new. We clean up our house, we freshen up our home, we get new clothes, we take a shower. We can relate to where things are eternally that freshens us up. So where do we find that within ourselves? Maybe learning a new language, or a hobby, or um, picking up something, collaborating with somebody else on a project, something that brings our creativity out that we haven't explored yet, learning something we can do, or a talent we didn't know we have. This is something that brings freshness within ourselves. Now, how does this, in a minute or so, a little more, connect to the immortal and beauty state? And a lot of times when we deal with entropy, we deal with feelings like numbness or lack, and those places are not um, fun, but it's important to sit with those, which is impossible. Like, I remember growing up, there was what do I do? I'm bored. Well, we sit with that, because that's where inspiration can start to come up. That's where it's saying, don't pay attention to anything right now. There's something new waiting to come in. And this is why it's important to sit with those feelings instead of trying to escape it, or you know, be down by it. We just sit with that. And the interesting thing about beauty, as what it's kind of getting into here, to be awakened in this way is to become a great inspiration to humanity. True beauty is emptiness. So yeah, the idea is that when we can actually, and what does it mean by true beauty is emptiness? It's like, once we try to put conditions to what beauty is, those conditions are affected by entropy. It's there's a time limit, but when we sit with emptiness and we allow beauty to permeate through all of life, you know, that's where in every moment, no matter what is going on, whether we're numb or ecstatic or inspired, the beauty level is still there, because it sits in the emptiness. Whatever fills it up, it is outside of whatever fills up the cup. It's part of the cup.